Hey guys, today I'm producing another track for a song I've never heard before. In this series, I take a vocal from an existing song without listening to the original and then create my own instrumental to go with it with zero context. At the end, when my track's finished, I can finally go back, listen to the original, and see how they compare. If you're new here, I'm also an artist and create my own original music. It's out everywhere on all streaming platforms, so I'll put a link in the description below. It would be awesome if you took a second, check my music out there, add it to your playlist, follow my artist profile. As an independent artist, it's all super helpful. Alright, let's get into today's video. For today's episode, I'm working with Nice to Each Other by Olivia Dean. I'm honestly not very familiar with Olivia. I don't think I've ever listened to her music before, but I just have been seeing this song come up everywhere on TikTok, and I put a poll up last week with some different song choices for upcoming episodes, and this was the song that won out. So here we are. I have no idea what this one sounds like. I'll put a link to this acapella, so if you want to play along and listen to the same version I'm hearing first, you can pause this and take a listen real quick, and I'm gonna listen for the first time now.
Here we are back again.
Okay, something about it kind of reminds me of Kimbra, maybe. It's very like straightforward, poppy. She has kind of like some jazzy blues elements to her voice for sure. But this is cool, so let's get into it. For today's video, I'm limiting myself to only using sounds from this Spice Pack. It's called Serum 2 Neon Pop Patches by Sample Magic. It's mostly Serum 2 presets, so I'll probably end up sourcing my drums from some other existing samples I already have. But otherwise, everything will be from here. So let's just jump in and see what some of these sound like. Okay, I just downloaded a bunch of those. I think I'm gonna start with the hook. Kind of got a feel for that section first and then work backwards in a way. Okay, I'm not totally sure if this is the chorus here,
But we could be nice to each other.
or if it's this part later on.
I've done all the classic stuff that
But I think I'm gonna start with the first section I played and just see what we come up with there. That feels a bit more hooky to me for some reason. Let's maybe start with the bass. I really liked, which one was that? Roller.
But we could be nice to each other. Nice to each other.
Okay, I'm gonna put this drum thing in here just as like a temporary placeholder. And I'll put different drums in after I figure out the bass line I want.
But we could be nice to each other. Nice to each other. Wrong for each other. Right for each other.
Okay, this said it was in C major, but I kind of like that B flat in there. So I'm wondering if the rest of the song will work in F major instead.
Classic stuff and it never works. You know it. I've done all the classic stuff and it never works. You know it.
The vocals have a chord in them with harmonies. That's not matching what I put in the bass. So let's see if this works.
Rise to each other, rise to each other.
I'm not sure what to put here.
Nice to each other, nice to each other. Wrong for each other, right for each other.
So when the harmonies came in, the bass line I had originally didn't work with whatever chord they were making in the vocals. But it works in the first two times that part comes in. I don't know if that's the pre or the hook, what that section should be. So I left it there, but I changed it up the third time. I feel like it works having that switch up. So we're gonna try it and see how it goes. Okay, I actually don't mind this drum pattern, but I just prefer not to use full loops, just so I can have individual control over each of the different drums. So I think I'll do something similar to what this loop is doing, but just try to recreate it with individual samples. So let's just start with a kick.
Each other, nice.
Okay, we have a kick. Okay, let's find a snare. Okay, let's find some hi-hats. Okay, let's get some keys in here. Especially in like the verses. Let's see. There were a lot of pads in that pack, so maybe we can work with one of those. This last chorus section, I'm gonna layer another bass in here just to like put something else in, spice it up a little bit. Let's see what we had in here. Okay, this is very, I got a feeling, but it really fits with the song. Okay, I feel like we're onto something with this. Let's just put some effects in. And I think this is pretty done.
Here we are back again. But we could be nice to each other, nice to each other. For each other, nice to each other.
Okay, I think this is done. I felt a little bit stuck at first, not knowing where to go out of that bass line, what else to add on to it, because the track is pretty straightforward, but I feel like it all came together once I added that guitar into it. It's definitely giving I Got a Feeling by Black Eyed Peas, but I think it really works with the vibe of the vocal, so let's take a listen through.
Here we are back again, fighting what's in front of me. There's so much to unpack again. If I come to Italy, we could be nice to each other, nice to each other, wrong for each other, right for each other, rise to each other, rise to each other. I don't know where the switches are, where you keep the coloring, and I'll probably crash your stupid car, make your life a misery. But we could be nice to each other, nice to each other, wrong for each other, right for each other, rise to each other, rise to each other. 'Cause you know I've done all the classic stuff and it never works, you know it. So can we say we'll never say hello? to each other, wrong for each other, right for each other, and rise to each other, rise to each other. Cause you know I've done all the classic stuff and it never works, you know it. So can we say we'll never say the classic stuff? Just show it. Water, sunlight, talking all night, just enough to grow it. Now, and know it. Now, now. It could be mine. It could be sad. Oh, it could be nice. Oh, to each other. We could be nice. Oh, to each other. Could be nice. Oh, to each other. Could be nice.
All right, that's what I came up with. Now it's time to listen to the original. I'm really not familiar with Olivia's music, so I have no clue where this song is gonna go. Yeah, so moment of truth. Let's find out together. All right, here we go. Cool. It was really different than what I imagined it would be. It definitely has kind of like some sort of, I don't know, old school soul vibe. I guess I was on the right track with the guitar, but definitely very different from the way I went. But it was still a really simple track, like not too complicated arrangement, just the guitar and drums mostly in their version and bass, but much more obviously like organic sounds than what I typically go for. So it was like a really interesting contrast. It was definitely way more like laid back than I was thinking it was going to be. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Had you heard this song before? Are you familiar with her music? What did you think of the two different versions? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed this episode, I have a whole playlist featuring this series on my channel. So make sure to subscribe there and look out for future polls to help me choose what songs I use in this series next. All right, guys, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.